G.O.D. who conquered evil forces. I don't trust in chariots or fortresses. Yeah, I walk by faith. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second and a couple, Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Cowboys at 1-6 now. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win. Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now Prescott on 4th down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the red zone now, Prescott. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Play after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. McCaffrey on the counter. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Here we go with McCaffrey. And some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Murray. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Play fake. Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here at Arlington. To throw is Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Cardinals are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think
that's caught at the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Murray. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And Joseph Charlton on now to punt. And taken at the 46. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. comes in. This might be a free play. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Throwing. Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
They're going for it. It's Murray. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. And it'll be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Here's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner Murray, sliding out of the pocket. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian McCaffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Here's a 46.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fields this way up at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. His throw incomplete. Trey McBride, the target on that throw, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Murray now. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them.
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet. You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Prescott to throw it. He finds his target. It's Schultz. So nothing doing there, and that will bring up second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Murray's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw, it's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cards are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Murray now on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 66 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off. And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage, a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
47.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's...
And now here's another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Prescott on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Cards are right back in this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Murray with a 3rd and long. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Murray. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. That last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, Prescott here to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Cardinals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this time.
In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7.